morning and glad to have you with us on the program Perspectives. This morning is coming to you on Invicta 98.9. And today we'll be talking about Nigeria. What is coming out of the Nigerian state? Worrisome, disturbing, and more than any other time, it is one time that we almost have our hands on deck to protect the corporate entity called Nigeria. We're getting agitations coming from all over, and of course, the pointers that's showing is that we're not going with Nigeria with all the best that we can give to it, and so Nigerians are coming and saying a lot, that would just affect the corporate existence of this country, and more than any other time, this is one time that patriotism and love for all and unity for this country must come to the fore. Yes, our differences are there. We can never run away from them. Yes, religious differences, ethnic differences, and of course that we're all individuals too, and we speak to the corporate, entity. But again, as we go about it, we must know that it's one constitution that's keeping us. What does the constitution say about us as a people and for defense of our country? We talked about the rights to associate and live in any other part of the country. But we know that to make progress and to keep Nigeria moving and join Committee of Nations, we must all together work for the good of the country. But all of these agitations, and of course with some people hell-bent on maybe tearing us apart or, tearing the nation apart. These are issues to look at this morning on the program Perspectives. My guest this morning, Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai, just got word from him that he's just still getting ready, and there are some things that he has to take care of. It's coming last minute. Can't blame him. Things just come up like that. But we have to get the show going. But just before that, we'll take a break, a musical break, and then get ready to see if we can have Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai on the program. Welcome back. Here's the program Perspectives this morning, and I'm glad to announce that I have Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai with me on the program, and Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai is also a public affairs analyst, and together we'll be looking at Nigeria today. Give me a background on there. I came up with the fact that Nigeria is a corporate entity, that we must, work to keep Nigeria going. We must do all we can to have this nation, standing. For some people, because of differences, ethnic, religious, regional differences, and all of that, we're putting so much pressure on the Nigerian state. And what is coming out now is not, a good indicator that we really want, to move on. We've been together 60 years going, counting, and we're still together. And don't forget, again, to my listeners out there, that go back to before 2015, that some, analysts have said, and not coming from Nigeria, but outside, that could we keep the Nigerian state going? And of course, they've been put to shame by where we are today, that we're still keeping Nigeria going. But the indicators now are really worrisome and disturbing about the flashes that we're getting from all over, and it is very, very disturbing. So I'm bringing in Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai. One, what's the Constitution saying about us as a people, and of course freedom to associate and to be in any part of the country, and why we must be careful about what we're introducing into the corporate existence of this nation? Barrister El-Zubai.
Good morning, sir, once again.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a very fortunate country. It's a country of multi-ethnic, multi-religious diversities. And these diversities are meant to strengthen the people. God has also endowed Nigeria with a lot of resources, such that the people will have been happy if we had decided to stay united and work as brothers for each other's welfare. It will have been good if our leaders will have administered justice to all manners of people living in all parts of the country, and dealing only with those who commit infractions of the law without regards to their ethnic, religious, or regional leanings. Nigeria will have been a great country, given that the vast resources in human and material vastness. Nigeria will have been in one of the Committee of Nations. In fact, Nigeria will have been one of the G8 nations which are found in Western Europe. Unfortunately, most of the issues happening in Nigeria first are perpetrated by the politicians. The politicians during campaign will campaign along ethnic, religious, or regional lines. Their purpose is to gain the votes of those who will vote for them, and it doesn't matter to them however the people are divided, so long as they will get elected. But the laws of Nigeria are very clear. The law, especially the constitution, insists that every citizen of Nigeria has a right to live and conduct his business, so long as this business is lawful in any part of the country, without any harassment, without consideration to his ethnic, religious, or political leaning. So it means that if I am living in Maiduguri, I can decide now to leave Maiduguri and go back to Uyo and start a lawful business and live rightfully with the people in Uyo without any harassment. If I am living in Eket Ekweni, I can decide on my own to go to Sokoto and live with the people in Sokoto and conduct my lawful businesses without any interference. That is what the Constitution and the law envisages. So it means that every Nigerian citizen has a right to live and work where he feels it is good for him. But while working in those places, including in your own indigenous community, you are expected to be a good citizen. You are expected to conduct yourself lawfully. You are expected not to be a criminal. You are also expected to relate with anybody, irrespective of his ethnic, religious, or political leaning, with dignity. You are expected to respect the religion of people who do not profess the same religion with you. You are expected to respect the tribes of people who do not speak the same tribe with you. You are expected not to harass somebody because he doesn't come from the same political party with you. When there is that respect, it means that what the Constitution envisages has been fulfilled. Because what the Constitution envisages is that Nigerians of all clans should live in peace and harmony, so that prosperity and progress will come to them. In essence, we are all our brothers' keepers. We are not enemies to each other. The fact that we profess different religions, the fact that we speak different tongues, the fact that we come from different communities, the fact that we hold different views politically does not mean that we are enemies. We are all brothers. We are supposed to be our brothers' keepers. We are supposed to relate with one another. We are supposed to respect each other. So the law and the Constitution does not discriminate against anybody. And I call on Nigerians in all parts of the country to relate faithfully with each other. Once somebody commits an infraction of the law, what you do is to report the person to the police. Don't say that he has committed this offense because he is from so-so tribe, or because he is from so-so tribe or religion, that is why he has committed the offense. If you look at it carefully, people from all religions, there are good and bad people among them. People from all tribes, there are good and bad people among them. People from all regions, there are good and bad people among them. So among all the people, not only in Nigeria but the world over, you find that there are good and bad people among all groups of people. What the government does in other countries is to deal with those people who commit infractions, irrespective of their ethnic, irrespective of their religious, irrespective of their political or racial leaning. And I think that is what Nigerians need to imbibe.
All right, Barrister. And again, when individuals, groups, or associations begin to take, they begin to infringe on the rights of Nigeria, and again, maybe going out of what the Constitution says about our existence, what is wrong? Is there something wrong in when groups and associations and individuals take up, challenge the Constitution of Nigeria, and also maybe challenge, our corporate existence?
What what is happening to Nigeria today is very, very unfortunate, because the forefathers of Nigeria did not envisage, despite their political differences, that the strife and hatred and level of hatred among Nigerians will be as it is today. But one of the issues that contributed to the problem of hatred and strife among Nigerians is the conduct of the leadership. Leaders are supposed to be above board. Leaders are supposed to deal with all manners of people justly, without regard to their ethnic, religious, political, or regional leaning. A leader is supposed to take the lead. A leader is supposed to deal with people faithfully, justly, and in a manner that has integrity. Once leaders begin to discriminate against people based on their differences, there is no way that you can expect the unity of the people to exist. So when a young man of 12 years applies for a unity school slot just to enter the JSS1, and those who are supposed to take him in, despite he passed his primary school exams, because he is from a certain part of the country, or because he belongs to a certain tribe, or because he belongs to a certain religion, or because his father is from a certain political party, that boy of 12 years is discriminated, and you refuse to admit him into JS1 in a unity school based on discriminations that are not his fault. When children apply to go to the universities, they pass the WAEC exams, they pass the JAM, they even pass the new matriculation exam that has been introduced recently. The points are there and everything is okay. The child is even happy based on the requirements that he will be admitted into the university. And then suddenly, because of some trivial considerations, they admit somebody who is not as qualified as he is and refuse to admit him because of his ethnic, tribal, religious, or regional leaning. And then when somebody finishes the university, the same thing in employment. They employ you because of your tribe, they employ you because of your religion, they employ you because of where you come from. And then even appointments in government, when you are being appointed a minister or a commissioner, you see that there are clear discriminations. People who go for interview are not qualified. So at the level of the entire life of Nigerians, leaders have not taken the lead towards doing the right thing, towards leading the people, towards doing justice, such that the people will feel a sense of belonging. And that is the basis of the strife in Nigeria. Then while we are living peacefully, these crimes came in: banditry, insurgency, kidnapping, and other dangerous crimes that are new to our people. Instead of dealing with these crimes as they are, our security agencies and the press profile the people who are the criminals. Does it matter if a criminal is from a certain religion? Does it matter if a criminal is from a certain tribe? In all the African tribes that I know, there is no single tribe in Africa that encourages its sons to be thieves. There is no tribe in Africa that encourages its sons to be kidnappers. There is no tribe in Africa that encourages its sons or daughters to go into insurgency. And the greater thing in morality is even religion. Nigerians profess mostly Christianity and Islam. Christianity does not condone crimes. Islam does not condone crimes. So when somebody commits an offense, it is not because he is from a particular tribe or religion. It is because he is criminally minded and he must be dealt with as a criminal. And I think that is where the leaders should take the lead. If the leaders take the lead, you will see that what is happening in the southwest today and what is happening in other parts of the country will just melt as if nothing has ever happened. And I think that is why leadership is key. That is why the leaders must take the lead. That is why the leaders must realize, reappraise, and take the correct position for the people of Nigeria. The leaders should use the resources of Nigeria to develop the country, not for self-aggrandizement. The leaders of Nigeria should deal with the people justly. The leaders of Nigeria should see themselves as Nigerians and not conclaves of ethnic, religious, or regional protocols. Once Nigerian leaders take this lead, the people can be able to live peacefully. And that is also what the Constitution of Nigeria and the other laws envisage. That once somebody commits a crime, the police will intervene, take him to court, the judge will listen. If it is true that he has committed the offense, the judge will sentence him according to the law. And once he is sentenced, fine, he will serve his sentence, and it is supposed to serve as a deterrent for other people who intend to commit these offenses. But even, sir, as a pressman, as a journalist of repute for many years, have you heard that in the 12 years that the Boko Haram has been fighting Nigeria, are you aware of any clear conviction of a member of the Boko Haram? Once people are unable to get punished for offenses they commit, there is no way such offenses will go away. I think our leaders and our system need to be appraised so that Nigeria can take a good position in the Committee of Nations.
We say that with all that is coming up now, that it could just be right, for some analysts who would say that Nigeria is a contraption, and so the contraption is throwing all of what we're getting now. That in the same Nigeria that we begin to say that our security do not even have equipment, to fight crime, and yet criminally minded people are all over the space with guns, light arms, so to say, perpetrating this criminality on Nigerians. So how did we get it wrong, and how did we get here?
You see, let me paint a scenario for you, sir. I saw two pictures on the social media last week. One portrays the Queen of England walking in the rain and carrying her own umbrella, and she was not accompanied by any police officer or aide, and she was entering the Buckingham Palace. The other picture shows the wife of a senator, one of our senators, with police protocols, and one of the police was the one holding her umbrella, and they were not walking in the rain, they were walking in a space. I assume that it was sunny that day, and she was walking under the umbrella carried by a police officer, accompanied by about 5 police officers. This is the dilemma of African leaders generally. African leaders have inferiority complex, and they block their ego unnecessarily. African leaders may not be able to get it right now, especially Nigerian leaders. Nigerian leaders have taken out more than half of the police officers that are supposed to man our police stations across the country to become their personal guards and orderlies. If a governor is traveling, a governor will travel with about 2 to 3 trucks of policemen and soldiers. How many governors do we have? We have 36 governors. If each of the governors travel like that, how many police officers are in his crew? That is minus the military, minus the DSS, minus other officials that are uniformed and paramilitary. These people take us for granted, thinking that their security is even more paramount. And instead of employing more people to carry out work at the police stations, they refuse to do that. Instead of providing equipment for the police officers, the armed forces, and other paramilitary people, they refuse to do that. Today in Nigeria, a policeman employed in the Nigerian police force may have to pay for his kits, from boot, yard for trousers, yard for shirt, his beret, his baton, and everything that he will have to carry. He will have to pay for it from his pocket. The government no longer provides these things, which is unfortunate. If you go to a police station, maybe in the night, a whole division will only have 5 policemen manning the division in the night, and they may only have 2 pistols and the bullets are counted, one of the officers may be given 3 to 5 bullets. The other officer may be given 2 to 3 bullets. And they are expected to man that police station. And they are expected to receive complaints within that division. And they are expected, if there is any alert or red call, they are expected to go there in force and avert that crime. Policemen are understaffed and there are no equipment. The fight against insurgency in Nigeria has failed because the Nigerian government has refused to deploy technology in the fight. Again, there is the problem of siphoning of the funds meant for maintaining peace in the country. And then among the civilian citizens, some of us have become hypocrites, such that we are the ones informing those in the bushes about the movement of people with prosperity in our midst. We tell them to come and kidnap people in our midst. We tell them so person has had money. And then even among the security officers and even in government, if the demand for kidnap ransom is met, some people within the police force or within the civilian forces or even in government inform the kidnappers about what is happening. So, in essence, we are not patriotic to our country generally. The leaders and the followers are just the same. You cannot distinguish the professor from the illiterate. You cannot distinguish the leader from the follower. You cannot distinguish the town person from the villager. You cannot distinguish any person among us because our behavior is the same, because we are not patriotic to our country. So I think generally we need a rethink. Police needs to be equipped and the armed forces. There is need to deploy technology. There is need to take care of the police clearly. There is need to provide them with equipment. If need be, let's employ more people in the police and provide them with the necessary equipment. Let's build their quarters for them. Let's renovate the police stations. Let us provide the police stations with working materials. You go to the police station, they say bail is free. But the file that will be open for your case when you complain, the file will have to be paid by you because the police does not have file to even open a case for you. This is unfortunate. I think it needs to be redressed. These are things that we need to do that will help our country. These are things that the leaders need to look into. As long as these things are not done, we can never get it right, sir.
All right, Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai, we'll quickly go for a commercial break to be back with you. Welcome back. Here's the program Perspectives this morning. I apologize for the delay. It's a network thing here. Trying to get back Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai, our guest on the program. We're still with it. We're trying to get him back here. But again, yes, I'm sure that you got the gist of what we were talking about, and that's about what is coming out of the Nigerian state today. Worrisome and disturbing as it is, with we see ethnic champions and all of that coming to the Nigerian space, and what they're doing to overheat the polity, and of course to threaten the corporate existence of this nation. And what went wrong? How did we get ourselves where we are today? Very worrisome as it is, and we're getting people come to talk to us about what went wrong and how we can talk to the issue and get Nigeria going again. But we certainly cannot do that with the way we're going now. And so Barrister El-Zubai has put the blame on leadership, where leadership had gone wrong, and of course followership too would take a chunk of the blame too, But Nigeria has to go on, and we must do all we can to keep it going. Differences are strength. That's what some people and some analysts have said. Our differences should be seen as our strength. But we're allowing our differences in religion, in ethnicity, and in regions to tear us apart. Then certainly cannot go on with it. But again, don't let's forget that we have a constitution that is guiding us as a people, that we can live in any part of the country, we can associate with anyone or group that we want to, the freedom to do that. And of course, we're going to get a responsive commentary from leadership now, from some parts of the country, that let's not do what will tear us apart as a nation. Let's work for the corporate existence of this country. 60 years, and we're still counting. And so, we must go on with keeping Nigeria one and getting Nigeria going. Before we get Barrister Abubakar Ezubai back, I'll just have to open the phone lines and let me hear your thoughts too on these, and what went wrong, what we can do, and why we must live together as a people. Numbers to call to be part of this program: 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, or 070-87-800-989, 070-87-800-989. All right, let's be civil with our comments too. We are in a very difficult times, and we're looking for solutions, not further tearing us apart. I take this call. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Tonalon, good morning.
Good morning.
That was a nice one.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm Engineer Emmanuel.
Engineer Emmanuel.
Yeah, since the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives every citizen the right and to live anywhere he chooses to live, good and fine. Now, how do we maintain that? Now, the way forward on this is this, Mr. Chairman, any person that will make a statement that will want to shake our security architecture, the person should be picked no matter what region the person belongs to, or no matter what region the person is coming from. But when people will make some statement and they will just let go, you will see another person will rise up again to make another statement. It's uncalled for. Now, in all those regions that we're having all this insecurity that is happening, who are those people responsible for this act? In every region, there are the bad ones. Why can't this bad one be fished out and dealt with according to the law? Why would they now, just because of one person want to tag everybody back? I disagree with that. They should fish out those that are perpetrating this evil and dealt with them. Yeah. So that this country will move forward. Okay. And let there be fairness in all. Carry everybody along without looking left or right. Whosoever that is due to emerge as a leader or one thing or the other, let him be given the right. Not carrying somebody from elsewhere and come and put in that place. It's uncalled for. Okay. So this country belongs to everybody, but it's like there are some sets of people that the country needs to favor than the other, which is not acceptable. It belongs to everybody. Let everybody be carried along. Okay. And all those that are perpetrating this evil should be dealt with.
Okay. Engineer Emmanuel, we got you on that. I hold on to it that when you talked about fairness, let there be fairness to all, treatment, fair level. Hello, good morning.
I'm Job International.
Job International, all right.
Yes, you are just done justice to the topic. My contribution here is on injustice of the leadership of this country. The reason why we are in this place today, because from the word go, the mode of campaign of APC to come to government, it was a problem. Now they are trying to fulfill the promise of their campaign through this. We Nigerians, we are seeing them like they are not working. But the truth of the matter is that this is how they designed to govern the country. So what we can do is only to pray to God, that God will help us. And we should get, Nigerians should open their eyes come 2023. Not to vote people based on religion or based on tribe, but they should vote based on the person who has Nigeria at heart. What is happening? How can somebody killing people like Boko Haram, you gave them money to go and settle business? Herdsmen killing people everywhere, you call them bandits, not to declare them terrorists. When IPOP did not kill one person, you call them
you see, that's it. problem here at Job International, where criminality is all over the place. It's not, that's one thing that how we're getting it wrong, that labeling the people and saying that they're all criminals. That's, again, one of the problems. A criminal in any part of the country is a criminal. That's, the way to look at the corporate existence of Nigeria. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Awusko from Nasarawa.
Awusko, let's hear you.
You see, when you get to Benue State, headers problem. When you get to Taraba, headers problem. When you go to Southwest, headers problem. Why is it so? Why are the military Allah not able to
That's again an issue here. That's again an issue here. You're talking about an ethnic group. All of them cannot be labeled as criminals. The criminals amongst them, let's talk about them. But you cannot do that to a people.
Excuse me now. So,
still with your calls, still taking your calls. We're talking about the corporate existence of Nigeria, what needs to be done, how we can get ourselves out of the woods that we're in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
It's Francis calling.
All right, Francis.
Thank you. The issue is that just like the barrister has explained the problem in Nigeria today, anywhere there is injustice, I don't think there can be a means of coexistence between the people. Because right from independence till today, the story we are being told and the one we are witnessing now, let's abandon the ones that have happened before. Let's focus on the one presently. Look at what we are calling government. Just look at impunity, injustice, segregation among the people, and we are talking about coexistence of Nigeria, unity in Nigeria. How? Just imagine the news that came out yesterday, how our president is extending tenure of a serving police boss, and giving the ones he just removed yesterday appointment, shedding them from Nigerians and asking them to account.
So Francis, I ask you, what needs to be done? There's urgency. Yes.
Our leaders should stop hypocrisy, regionalism and tribalism. As long as these things are still existing, there can never be one Nigeria. Impossible.
Okay. We got you on that, Francis. Okay. All right. Stay with your calls. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I just want to. I'm Femi Johnson.
Femi Johnson.
I just want to give a small contribution to this work. I came to in the North 1969, and there was no Fulani live everywhere. Yoruba live everywhere. There is no way anybody can go to somebody's Yoruba can go to an Fulani farm area to go and destroy it. And say we are one Nigeria. It doesn't happen before in the country.
No one should do that. I mean, you agreed on that. No one should do that. We all, are in this space together, and we all have a right to the space that we're all occupying.
We have a right to stay in everywhere.
So what is wrong? What is wrong?
You cannot use your this thing. You cannot use your own business.
I think there's so much agitation here. Femi, we're trying to find a solution, not further overheat the polity. That's not what we're doing here. We find a solution to what's going on. What is not right is not right, and then what is right is right. That's what we want to talk about.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Gabriel.
Let's hear you, Comrade. Let's hear you.
Sir, what I wanted to find out that what is this NYSA established before by Yakubu Gowon? I think the purpose was to unify this country.
True.
Finish, probably they will go to when they say they are started because they used to be posted to different states. That's that will enable them to unify Nigeria. Now what is actually wrong with it, sir? Another one is why is the government so afraid of declaring either Boko Haram, insurgency, kidnappers, one of these group terrorists, to allow the Nigerian armed forces to face that group to know that we are fighting terrorists?
I thought we did that. I thought we are the securities facing them. I thought we were that.
I think I have to congratulate Indita for bringing this program because you have done a lot to Nigerians and your guest has also spoken the mass of millions of Nigeria.
Thank you.
God bless Nigeria, bless Indita in Jesus' name.
Comrade Gabriel, thank you on that. Still with your calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
My name is Kingsley. I'm calling from Sabo.
All right, Kingsley, let's hear you.
I want to appreciate you and your guests for bringing this topic. I've learned a lot. However, for us to maintain one Nigeria, the leaders should sit up and do the needful. The Constitution is there to guide us, but when we leave the Constitution and start using sentiment to govern this country, Nigeria may not stand. So I want to encourage all leaders at all levels to do the needful. Let us avoid tribalism, ethnicity, and do the needful. Nigeria is Nigeria. If you're Nigeria, you're Nigeria. So in terms of appointment, this present regime should look into it again and balance it. In terms of employment, they should also do it. If, for example, an Igbo man, and I know that I'm more qualified, I have the opportunity to do that work better, why can't they give me the job? Instead of looking at it from the point of tribalism. So I'd like to thank you for this topic, and I pray that God will safeguard this country and keep this country one.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kingsley. Yes, more like it, what we really want. Fairness in all we do. Leadership to take charge, and of course followership too. Must contribute to making Nigeria great again. One of the last calls that we'll take now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Godwin by name from Banawa.
Okay, Godwin, let's hear you.
The topic is very good topic. I'm very interested to hear this topic today because really what is happening is very, very uncalled for. Me in the north here now, for instance, me as a young boy, I'm doing a job just 30,000. I can't be able to buy food now because of insurgency and other terrorists that a farmer cannot produce crops. So please, we are pleading to the government to do the necessary to keep our military and to declare those people terrorists. The other people that they were arrested, those bandits, we don't even see that they're persistent. Hello?
I'm with you, Godwin.
We don't even hear that they are prosecuting those people. But we as person that feels so much, you hear that he's being sentenced to jail. Are those people who are killing us, destroying our victims? We never hear that they prosecute them or they carry them for justice. So please, let the government do the needful and declare those people terrorists so that anybody that provides them is being with them as a terrorist.
Okay.
Instead of giving them to wear bandits or herdsmen, whatever.
All right, Godwin. Thank you. We thank you on that, and that will just be about the course that we can take. We hear Nigerians talking, and it's all about getting Nigeria to move on. So we're also concerned about what's coming out of the Nigerian state. We are all concerned, and we're saying that don't overheat the polity. Let leadership be fair to all, and of course. The followership too, play your part, and if we can all get there, Nigeria will be a great nation. I guess this morning, Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai had hit the nail on the head by, bringing out, the things that have, divided us, so to say, and why we must work to get Nigeria going. The Constitution is very clear about how we go about living, that freedom of association, freedom of, living anywhere in Nigeria is all guaranteed, with the Constitution. But again, what we're doing by religious leanings, by ethnicity, our regions, our divides and our blocks, is not saying well to the Nigerian nation. We can make it better. We can get it better. I'd like to thank you, K-Chat, for connecting me with the people today. It's a Friday. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.